The Director General of the Narcotics Control Commission, Kenneth Edu-Amanfo, says the Commission will collaborate with other stakeholders in the fight against drug abuse to ensure the protection of human rights and public health safety. He spoke at a sensitization workshop for judges and magistrates in Sunyani. Correspondent Precious Semebo has more in this report.
Drug abuse and illicit drug traffickers remain a challenge in Ghana, with many attempts to find a more effective law enforcement to deal with the drug situation. The continuous advocacy for a change in approach led to the passing of the new Narcotics Control Commission Act, Act 1019, to help reduce, among others, the negative consequences of drug use, with a focus on human rights and public health safety rather than law enforcement and incarceration. To help in the effective implementation of the new law, the Judicial Training Institute, in partnership with the Perfecter of Sentiment Foundation, POS, and the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, organized a day sensitization workshop on the roles of judges, magistrates, and other allied stakeholders in the Bono East and a half regions in Sunyani. Jonathan Osei Owusu is the Executive Director of POS.
POS Foundation, in our role as facilitators, realized that today we have a lot of people going into prison. Justice for all sits, they clear the backlog, the judges will do their work, tomorrow other people are going in. How can we, with our partners, reduce the inflow or the numbers that goes into prison as the Mandela Rule suggests? A roll of marijuana is taking somebody inside for 10 years, sometimes 5 years, and etc. So how can we cut the inflow and then find out how we can manage these? So we went to the Drug Policy Consortium. NACOP had started a very excellent work, and the beauty of it is that for you to get a state institution to think outside the box and not concentrate on only enforcement and criminal aspect, but looking at public health and human rights, it was something in the right direction. And that is why we also had to aid in the campaign and see what can be done. Director
General of the Narcotics Control Commission, Kenneth Edu-Amanfo, relishes the hope the new act gives to drug offenders.
The new law at 1019 gives a sense of hope for these individuals to be referred by the high courts and your courts of justice to refer them to a rehab center, rather than being put or incarcerated. And I think this is a laudable idea. Let me emphasize that the issue of drug abuse and illicit drug trafficking is a shared responsibility and require a collective effort in dealing with this menace. The Narcotics Control Commission, which is the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and also the lead coordinating government agency, opens its doors to collaborate with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that safety for all citizens are implemented.
Precious Semebo, Joy News, Sunyani.